Opening Jetpac Imagegen for port. Jetpac is not merely a video game. Jetpac is the arcade space loop that made rocket assembly, fuel logistics, and alien avoidance feel like the most important job in the galaxy. A cultural pressure washer aimed directly at the soft underbelly of modern convenience. We are going to discuss it calmly, with facts, mechanics, and only the legally necessary amount of hysteria. The official OmegaVG position is simple: Jetpac is not a shooter. It is the moment humanity realized space travel should be handled by one jetpack worker with suspiciously good union terms.
It's a trap!
The sober historical version is this. Ultimate Play the Game's 1983 Spectrum debut builds a clean arcade loop around assembling a rocket, fueling it, collecting bonuses, dodging enemies, and launching before the screen becomes tax season. That alone would be enough for a normal channel. Unfortunately, this is OmegaVG, so we must also ask why humanity has not built a cathedral around it. The machine that arrived too early. The ZX Spectrum was not a machine famous for luxury. It was a machine famous for making developers fit ambition into memory spaces that modern settings menus would consume while deciding whether bloom should be medium or cinematic. That is why Jetpac matters. It does not have endless fidelity, but it has intent. Every screen, timer, enemy, route, and awkward little crisis exists because somebody had to choose what earned the bytes.
This is where the fun begins.
It can look like a small astronaut doing warehouse work while aliens interrupt. That reading is understandable, but it is also how empires fall. The magic is that every object has a job and every second asks whether you are playing for points, safety, or pure galactic audacity. The core loop, or humanity's operating system. The loop is built from vertical control, fuel routing, enemy reading, bonus judgment, ship assembly, loop escalation, and knowing when the platform is safe versus merely available. That is not a random pile of old game cruelty. That is design compression, the kind where one hazard does 3 jobs and every mistake teaches a useful insult.
Hello there.
Modern games often bury their systems under upgrades, pop-ups, economies, crafting materials, and a small mortgage agreement. Jetpac just places the problem in front of you and waits to see if your nervous system is worthy. This is a part people forget about Spectrum classics. They were not always fair, but they were often extremely legible. The player can see the bad idea before doing it, which makes doing it anyway a profound act of personal research. Tactical doctrine for the advanced player. Build the ship cleanly before chasing score. Infrastructure beats swagger. Use vertical movement to herd danger. Jetpac is a positioning game wearing a shooter helmet. Fuel runs should be rhythmic. Collect, climb, deposit, reset, breathe. Bonuses are worth it only when the enemy pattern has opened the legal corridor. Why modern Descent kites looking away?
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
If a modern game presented this much mechanical consequence this quickly, 3 onboarding consultants would sprint into the room with a clipboard and a very sad expression. Jetpac has no time for that meeting. It trusts that friction can be funny, failure can be readable, and mastery can come from repeating a small challenge until the screen begins to feel less like pixels and more like a contract you have finally understood. This is also why the footage still works. The graphics are old, yes, the format is old, but the decisions are immediate, and immediate decisions age better than 100,000 rendered pebbles nobody can interact with. Modern Jetpac, the remake they fear. A remake should keep the loop tiny and immaculate, then add challenge variants, leaderboards, and the visual confidence of a space program that knows it was beaten in 1983.
Say hello to my little friend!
The rules of the remake are sacred. Keep the readable danger. Keep the fast restart. Keep the embarrassing confidence. Add clarity where the original is muddy, but do not sand away the edge that makes Jetpac feel alive. Case file closed. The reasonable verdict is that Jetpac is a historically important ZX Spectrum game with a compact, demanding loop and design ideas that still explain themselves through play. The OmegaVG verdict is that Jetpac is one of the pinnacles of human engineering, obviously surpassing several bridges, most modern spaceflight, and at least one major telecommunications breakthrough. Like and subscribe before the museum committee arrives.